Libra, how's it going? It is 7:41 p.m. Central Time, May 5th, Monday. And hope all is well. Unisex read general message, applied as you will. Disclaimer and trigger warning as need be. Utilize the message as you choose. It could be entertainment purposes, it could be spiritual insight, it could be therapeutic. However you utilize it, maybe for the highest good, right? I have self-reliant coming through first, and then the last card that came through is lonely is best. So right now you could be noticing that you're having to go solo or sola in a situation, in a contract, in a hustle, in your mentality, right? Being more so self-reliant in a sense that I'm not using the opinions of others, right? Or applying the opinions rather. Whereas before you could have been one open to opinions of others. Um, yeah, I feel like right now would be the time where you're getting like second and third opinions from doctors because you're not going off like a first opinion. However, okay, that's energy. Also, someone could be trying to study you to learn your kryptonite, right? For whatever reason. I mean, if we go to the movie in reference of the kryptonite, they wanted to defeat that individual, that superhero, right? By learning his power, kind of the same energy as Samson. They wanted to know what made Samson, and they used Delilah to manipulate Samson to make Samson fall in love with Delilah so she could learn his secret, right? Because she was in a cult with those other people in that environment, and they I want to say they would have threatened to kill her, but she could have been linked in with those guys, like willingly wanting to do something like that to Samson. Samson was a fair man, right? He didn't do wrong to anyone, so there was no reason, like there was no really reason to do it, like, right, other than his strength. Others could have been just threatened by his existence, right? Samson, a reference to the Bible, right? So that could be the case here, or something of that there, okay? But also, bait came through in scary liar. So love could be bait. Well, it is love bait. It is love bait. So that's like significant of why Samson came through, and Delilah. Delilah is known as an untrustworthy person, untrusted person, put it like that, in reference to the Bible for her doings, right? Samson still succeeded to claim his strength, right? Even though they were manipulating his strength over. They didn't. It wasn't like not a transfer. Like they didn't receive his strength. However, they were just like altering his strength, and then in his case, they wanted to take away. We already know, right? In reference to the Bible, but if you don't know, go read the Bible. But he was able to pull the pillars over out and crush that whole what are those arena kind of areas. So everyone, those kings and princesses and queens, whatever, they died, right? Right, so that's what happens to enemies, like an instant karma for trying to hurt an innocent person, right? May could be a significant. The month of May, the month of August could be a significant. Okay, you could be getting to the root of emotions. You're being asked to fast from now to August. In your defense, pray, Libra. You could be having arguments, disagreements with your like divinity, because you could be going through like a growth spurt, but you just have to get past that stage, right? Okay, root, you're getting deeper into your direction. If you're whatever direction that be, you're getting deeper into it, right? The letter C could be of significance. Okay, number 3 could be of significance. Self-reliance sprung in May. Scary lover and bait. Or someone could be trying to do like pull like a Samson kind of scenario on a lover. Like someone could be trying to use your lover as a tool, and they could be like baiting your tool, your tool. Well, they're trying to use him as a tool, him or her, right? They're trying to use him as a tool, but they could be sabotaging a lover into trying to get to a lover, the lover of Libra, right? Meaning Libra. Okay, newbie, love, stallion, ace of puppy feet, club, ace of clubs, and C. I see the direction. I see the place. I see. Oh, I see. Kind of energy. Oh, I see Tarzan. Tarzan could be of significance. Oh, I see. Trying to tell Jane, like teach Jane, or there could be like a connection. I'm getting Tarzan when he's like coming across another human, and he puts his hand there, and he's like realizing she has a hand too, right? He's realizing his own kind, right? Even though he was surrounded by a different family that raised him, right? Oh, I see. And he was like really learning. So you could be learning fast, or your significant other, your divine counterpart could be learning fast, picking up on like there's some shit going on, you know what I'm saying, in their life, your life, in the world, period, right? Okay, treat him, sipping, and wolf spirit. That song by Tony Rich, nobody knows. Like nobody knows the depths of their love. Yeah, it surpasses the mundane comprehension, the compassion. I feel like it's more than love. Okay, it's going on. Lonely is best, much respect, praise, soul, and St. Peter. Someone could have always been, like, how do I say, not explained, but someone could have always been, there could have been a projection on you or another that their existence wasn't as valuable, but they're like, well, if that's the case, then, and there's like X amount of reasons to why they would still be coming around, right? If they're family members, if the family members are trying to degrade someone's existence or like diminish, like belittle, then why still come around? Why still call? Why still text? Why still keep them in topic, right? Him or her? Why are they off topic? Why are, you know what I'm saying? Why are they of the mind? Okay, so Libra, what do we have for Libra? Someone's more than others want to admit. Someone's more than Libra, 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 Libra. Libra, okay. Good. That's our grip. I feel like because some had already flipped over. Three of Swords, then the Strength. Well, Strength, then the Three of Swords, rather. Prince of Swords, Strength. Three of Swords. Queen of Wands there. Chariot there. Okay, we have a Hangman. Three of Wands. To the Tower. Seven of Swords, Knight of Wands, Arts, Hermit, Ten of Cups, Six of Swords, and the Five of Wands crossing. Okay. All right. Three of Wands to the Ten of Swords. Regardless of the phases you're going to have to go through or you've been going through, you're going to end up with a 10 of Cups outcome of a travel, of a situation. The Three of Swords to the Arts. There is a shift in your emotional state, Libra, I feel, for many of the Libras, or them who the message resonates with, rather. There's going to be a shift in your emotional intellect, your emotional expression at that, especially being that you're going to be doing the fasting, right? Fasting could be no longer eating chips from May to August. That could be one form of fasting. Fasting could be no more sodas from May to August, but now you don't want to go cold turkey because for some that's dangerous, right? So disclaimer on that medical thing, advice. But I'll say I slowed down on my pops. Back in the day, I was drinking a pop a day, right? Or sometimes more, but for sure a pop a day. And I got to a pop a day to like 2 or 3 pops a week to 2 pops to 1 pop. You know what I'm saying? I just like lessen my consumption, right? So that could be beneficial. Or you could do substitutes, because really people are wanting that sugar, so you could do a substitute to replace that sugar. But you know what I'm saying? So find something that's sugary with more natural sugar, so that could be a substitute, be a benefit. And that's just an example, right? You could be fasting in any like area in your life, away from certain music, away from certain outings, right? Is that rain? That rain pretty hard. Sound like fireworks. Okay. From the Prince of Swords to the Seven of Swords. This is being more active, more communicative, more firm, even with yourself, self-reliant, right? Lonely is best during this phase. You don't have to be alone, but you know there's going to be a greater amount of time where you're going to be alone. Okay, you're just going to require it. Okay, you're going to like seek it, you know. All right, and it's for that rebalance. You're gonna notice like shit. You're gonna notice your own energy is not itself. So that's where you put yourself in another area. It could be another area in your house, another area just like away from certain people, places, and things, in order to recenter your energies. Right? We have the Strength to the Knight of Wands. Controlling your passions. That's that directing. I'm directing my passions. I'm directing myself and where I'm going, what I'm saying, what I'm doing. Okay, this is you being in control of your decisions, your inputs. Okay, Hangman to the Hermit. Okay, you're putting light, and there's some illumination coming about when you're in the solitude energy. Okay, there's downloads, intellect, there's a spiritual this is a a supernatural experience going to go on during this time for a significant individual. Okay, Six of Swords, Tower to the Six of Swords. You're initiating your change. Five of Wands, your change, where you're in control, Libra. Or you're noticing the plays of the Delilahs out there, right? The Delilahs, male or female, right? The message is as is. It's the parable, apply it, right? Then they're not gonna like that. But you know what? I don't like anyone taking advantage of me or using me as a tool, right? This could be you saying this. You could be your lover saying this. Apply the message as you will, right? We have here the Queen of Wands and the Chariot. Okay, well, I'm having to lead. If there's not a leader, if there's not a role model, if there's not someone that is capable to take me out of a Five of Cups phase, then I have to. Right, this is the crossing energy of the Queen of Wands, but we have the Ten of Pentacles crossing the Chariot. So I have to link in. If that's with a new way, a new route, new actions, then that's what it is. But it's like this, because we have the Six of Pentacles behind the Chariot, and there's a Five of Pentacles. I have to do something, okay, versus just allowing some BS to happen. Ten of Pentacles. This is like, well, someone's not fit. If someone's not fit, they're not gonna do whatever it's needed to do at a job. Well, somebody else will step in and take that position, kind of energy. Or someone fit to take that position, then go for it. Or who's fit, or whose rule is fit, kind of energy. All right, that's what I have there. Yeah, there'll be some whole shit about it though. There'll be some whole shit these days about trying to see who's fit. We already know they're not, because they're trying to see who it this. They studying others to see, you know what I'm saying? We know who's not. Okay. We have here shed old skin. Yes. Shed old skin. Learn from spiritual experiences, Libra. Or cross watcher. You can have Libra placement. See your seeds grow, spring. Okay, there's, hey, whatever investment you did in the past, especially when you were 16, every 16 years, expect it to grow. But I mean, we could always make some out of it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's BS, like say you're having to get out that 5 of Cups energy that was coming through, right? If you manifested off this, you still manifested something, so you're gonna still have to manifest another phase out of whatever came of the manifestation from the 5 of Cups kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? You got my drift? All right, that's what I have for you. Take care. Peace be, child.